All right, Aries, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for January 8th to the 14th of 2018, and this video is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. All right, so Aries, this week we have still your ruler in the 7th house of relationships. I think this is a great area to put your energy at this time. And there's a sextile between that 7th house and your 9th house, which is about expanding your horizons. I think a lot of you are starting to see the bigger picture, thinking big. Maybe some of you travel, adventure, that kind of a thing. So really good synergy between these two areas the first half of the week. Mercury is going out of your 8th house. You'll probably notice a little bit of less depth. Maybe you've been learning a lot about healing and deeper things in your life and vulnerability through communication and stuff. But this is all transforming coming into the week, where again your mind is probably in a bit of a larger perspective. All right, then the week does end with the Sun, Venus squaring up to Uranus, so there could be maybe some erratic energy this weekend. Nothing too major, I feel like, but we'll talk about that here in more detail when we return. All right, Aries, so here's your chart for the week. Let's go ahead and start by looking at the sextile we have involving these 5 planets at the beginning of the week on Monday. It's involving your ruler Mars and Jupiter. Mars is still very close to Jupiter. So, you know, this early part of the week, I think it's still this bit of inspiration, opportunity maybe. And a lot of this, I think, is in the theme of relationships, partnerships, one-to-one connections. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities here in 2018, I think, because you're open-minded about this area. But right now you got the motivation and drive there with relationships also, which is great. But that conjunction is sextiling up to Pluto, the Sun, and Venus, all conjunct in your 9th house, Monday and Tuesday, which does suggest this change of your perspective. What are you letting go of? What are some old beliefs you can let go of so you can expand your horizons, see the big picture? A lot of you are going to notice some transformations with those relationships as well, as you shed some old skin with that. And then Tuesday, Mercury coming out of that deep 8th house of healing and wounds and all the stuff you've been learning about, vulnerability, or maybe shared resources and things this past month, is now going into the final culmination on Monday. We're on Tuesday and Wednesday starting to see a little bit more of that, again, expansive view versus more on the deeper view of healing and stuff like this. So your mind is, I think, fresher. Again, open-mindedness, big picture perspective is great. Communications, same sort of thing, and your routine probably transformed as well. So really good week for philosophy, spirituality, adventure, travel, just anything that expands your horizons, either mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or physically. All right, so that's the early part of the week, and then the weekend does have that stellium here, particularly the Sun and Venus squaring up to Uranus. So there could be erratic energy. I think a lot of this is about finding the balance with letting go of what's outside of your control, having this more acceptance in your life in the now moment. That's been Uranus helping you find the freedom of that. Maybe some of you needing some rest, some alone time, things like that. But where the erratic energy might be, it might be with relationships, it might be with your self-expression. It might have to do with whatever this expansion of your horizons is. So just being extra cognizant of any feelings of wanting to break free, do some sudden things. As we bring some conscious attention to that, it does help neutralize that and balance that a bit. Friday, kind of leading up into Friday, Saturday, actually, around that same time, Mercury does go over Saturn. I think over the weekend as well, there is this perspective about what you may want to take seriously with your routine or your work, maybe a new chapter with that, and also too involving communication. Again, this importance of seeing communication in this new way that is more open-minded, but yet grounded at the same time with Saturn. So focusing your attention, maybe using your mind practically could be really good this weekend. And just grounding those communications, being patient with them as well, can be great. All right, so Aries, have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon for the next forecast.